welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to have a in-depth look at some hybrid shafts. Namely, we'll run a little versus today, Ventus Blue Hybrid versus another big hitter in this category, Graphite Design DI Hybrid. So these are two magnificent hybrid shafts. I get asked all the time, what's the difference? So this video is going to point out those differences. Now when comparing the two, as far as weight goes, the Ventus is 88 grams. Sorry, the Ventus is 86 grams and the Graphite Design is 88 grams. They're both 2.4 torque. Now when I put them in this, I've got this Cobra King Tech. I've got a bit of lead on it. I found with this, I've been gaming basically this Ventus shaft for the last couple of months, and I wanted to get the swing weight up a little bit, so I put a little lead on it. And this is at D3.8. I've really been enjoying it. Now, funnily enough, with the slightly heavier 88 gram shaft, its swing weight's at D3.0. So the last 2 rounds I've played the DI, and probably the 10 before I played the Ventus. Now I moved into a hybrid from a utility iron, just like everyone else, just for some launch, playing at Bankstown. There's a couple of holes where we need, probably, you know, I could hit hybrid a couple of times, or long iron. And with kike fairways, which are pretty soft and fluffy, beautiful condition, mind you, as you've probably seen in some of my videos. That little bit of extra launch and carry is better for me than the run. I mean, if you're playing at a windy, tight course like New South Wales, you know, out on the coast, and you need something to beat the wind, probably hybrid's maybe not the best option. But for me, playing, you know, a little more inland, early mornings, carry is king, so I've been playing hybrid. So I have noticed some differences between these two shafts. I'm going to hit some balls and see if those differences come up as far as numbers go or contact goes. I've set a pin out at 200 metres, which is where I'd kind of like to be hitting my hybrid, my 3 hybrid, about 200 metres. Test ball today will be Pro V1, and I'm going to start with the Ventus Blue, like I said, at 3.8 swing weight, playing at 40.5. Okay, so I really do like this Cobra Hybrid. I've been enjoying it. This is advertised as a mid-launch and low spin hybrid shaft, okay? That's the advertised spec. It's a massive miss to start with. So it probably won't go anywhere. But we're gonna start somewhere, right? I mean, I'm trying to, you know, these hybrids, they say you got to hit them like an iron. You know, try and hit down a little more. I mean, there's a couple of warm-uppers. That, I flushed that. Absolutely hammered that, I think. Felt awesome. Lovely shape. Yeah, 0 mil heel, 0 millimeters low, so that's right in the center. So that's a really good, I suppose, tester, 199 carry, so that's perfect. It's really where I want it. Congratulations, me. That was hit pretty good too. It gets a little shape. You know, this one feels very lively. It feels easy to hit. You know, that's out of the center again. Nice spin numbers. It's got good distance. I don't have any complaints about this club. This hit pretty good again. I certainly don't go, oh, this thing's, you know, terrible. Why did it ever go to hybrid? I've really enjoyed playing hybrid. And this, like, you know, like all Ventus shafts, you know, they're a great breed of shaft, right? That's a great shot. So, you know, again, look, if it doesn't suit you, it doesn't suit you. And if this is too soft for you, then, you know, so be it. You know, as you know, I'm all for fitting. I'm all for getting what's right for the customer, not what's right for me or what looks cool or whatever it might be. But this is certainly a beautiful feeling shaft. I've hit some beautiful shots with it. You know, other than my first couple of warm-ups, I mean, that's wonderful, right? I don't know how I would ever complain about those shots, other than say like I said, the first two I might just punt those as warm-ups. But this is why I play hybrid, you know, it's got a nice flight. Gets up in the air, easy to launch, all the above, right? This thing's really easy to hit. And I felt like I hooked that a bit. So if anything, if I did have a complaint about this particular shaft, is that sometimes in that liveliness, that kick, it can do a little bit of what I've just done then. So, you know, I've closed the face on that one. It's overhooked a little bit, right? And, you know, I hit it pretty close to the center, but that would be my only complaint. Again, is it all just user? I mean, there's a bunch of great shots there. So we're gonna swap out and try the DI. All right, so I got the DI. I love the look. I mean, it's one of these iconic shafts. You know, Tiger probably made it famous way back when, 10 years ago or so. Looks great, finish is great, everything about it's great. The new graphic, you know, it's slightly different to the original graphic. I like it. I like everything about this thing. Comparing the two, this is a D 3.0 swing weight, so it's lighter in the swing weight. It feels heavier, the shaft feels heavier, but it's not heavier. So it can only be a balance point thing. Now this is advertised as mid-launch, which is the same, but mid to low spin. So if you looked purely on spec, they've got the same torque, but this is saying it should spin more. That's, you know, this is what I'm saying, comparing literature on both shafts, right? You know, it says DI spins more than Ventus, right? Good shot. Feels like there is less kick, so to speak, in this shaft. All right, that's my experience thus far with it. It's low on the face. So it'll be a bit of a yuck, but a runner. Mishit again. So this does, you know, when going back to back, if purely just going back to back, it feels heavier and it feels a tad stiffer. That would be my assessment just based on 3 shots. I have not hit one out of the center yet. That's out of the middle. It's going left, so is that me? Is that, you know, but it's gone miles, right? But it did go a little left. It was a nice shot again. Maybe in. Ooh. Very nice. Pretty close to the center, that's for sure. So was that, but I've just hooked it a little bit. Just a little hooky. But this feels great. I understand why so many people play it. Easy to understand that. I'll hit another 3, say. But yeah, I mean, what a great shaft. My experience with this has been it's very, very good. My experience has been, you know, do I hit it a little straighter? Does it go a little less left? Is it a little stiffer? I would say yes, 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 all of the above. Actually got one out of the toe. Should record that one, that's for sure. There's a higher one. I mean, with both shafts, you can hit them high, you can hit them low. Hit them with the old P-bow. Get my teeth out in a minute. So, I'll go one more. See if I can hit another good one. It was a little drop kicky, so that might be flattering. Might be a little low spin drop kicky. But again, based on purely on feel, I would say let's get a little bit more clubbed up. I get that ball in a better spot, hit another shot. I would say DI feels a little heavier, a little firmer. That's my gut feeling here. It's a little necky mishit. We'll check out those numbers, check out the digits. Okay, so based on the shots that I've hit today, how do you split them? I mean, I'm the worst judge in the world here, giving you no help. Ventus Hybrid 137, ball speed launch angle 13.7, 3.4. DI spun a little smidgy more, went 1 metre more and a little straighter. So not much difference at all there. Club data, hit him in the same spot. I might have been a little bit more warmed on the DI, which might have given me, you know, a little bit more club head speed, presenting a little bit more loft with the DI. But very, very similar numbers. Both pretty consistent, that's for sure. I mean, looking at, you know, did the Ventus want to go a little bit more left? You know, maybe that's a yes. And does that then reduce the total flight here? You can see the Ventus is slightly lower than the DI over there. You know, that's a possibility. So, but you know exactly how I want to hit them 200 metres, so happy days. All right, so there you have it. You know, a Velocore Ventus, obviously, we use here. Both, again, great shafts. As far as feel goes, DI feels heavier, swing rate's lighter, so that would indicate a little bit more weight at the handle end. Ventus feels a little bit more lively, if that's such a thing. It feels like it's got a little bit more kick. The DI is a little bit more, I suppose, consistent in how it feels all down the shaft. I mean, the numbers showed that it spun slightly more than the Ventus. But my experience on the golf course has been that, again, both are great. The DI probably feels a little bit more stable to me, and it feels like it's going to launch in a slightly lower window, even though those numbers today didn't show. So no complaints with either. I've hit great shots with both. Ventus maybe wants to go a little bit more left, but again, you know, how much of that's me and how much of that's my golf swing. But, you know, and both of them hit some stunning shots. Great graphite shafts. Try either one. You know, if you're looking for that stout feeling, maybe look into the graphite. Stouter, but still not stiff by any means. We're going to run it up against some others in the future, but it's a start for the hybrid shafts.